Hey guys, welcome to the after show for Hunters. We're going to talk about episode 5. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome to the after show. Oh no, we have a hunter. Oh no, guys, run. Or wait, are you one of the safe ones? Are you like Regan? We can trust you?
Yes.
Wait, she hasn't made the clicking noises, has she?
No, but she hears them.
She can hear them, yeah. Anyway, hey guys, I'm your host, Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane, and I'm joined by my awesome co-host.
It's DJ Richie Skye. You can find me online at DJ Richie Skye everywhere.
And our co-host Katarina wasn't able to make it this week, but she'll be back next week. And today we're talking about episode 5 called "Her Mind in My Soul." No, sorry, I was all excited. It's all interwoven because there's bodies in this episode.
Oh yeah.
Naked butts too. "Her Body in My Soul," episode 5. And I want to say sorry because last week I was calling it episode 3, but it was episode 4. My bad.
You're forgiven.
Okay, good. So what did you think of this episode?
It was awesome. I didn't expect this huge reveal to come in this episode. I thought it was gonna be much later. Well,
True.
not really much later, but like another episode or two.
Yeah.
So they got me with that.
You're like, oh.
They explained so much.
Yes.
That I was just kind of like.
Or at
oh my
least gave
God.
us answers for some things.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, okay. Like the specific questions we've had, but anyway. Oh, also random side note, guys, I wanted to add. So my weird hair today is I
was going to ask about that earlier.
Yes, I got to do a video tutorial for a new game coming out called Cantankerous Cats. And so it was Victorian themed, so I had my little curls and my
I like.
I was like, cool. And then later you guys should tune into Houdini and Doyle after show, which will be tonight at 11. And then I'm like, oh, perfect, I'm good to go. Anyway.
Fun stuff.
I know, right? So we open up this episode. Abby's, well, we'll get to what it is, but the body we saw is dead and it had that spinal tap.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Listen, it's like a giant crater
Yes.
in her back. Like, I figured out that's what it looks like. It looks like, it's disgusting, actually.
It is.
It gives me, like, the chills.
And then they're analyzing the body back at ETU, and it could be 3 days ago, could have been a month ago. They don't know because it needs to thaw.
Side note, every time you say ETU, I think about CTU on 24. I always
Similar
go back
vibe,
to that.
right?
Very,
Yeah.
very similar vibe. That was kind of crazy too because I mean he is so like emotional about.
I was just gonna say, emotional
Like,
roller coaster for him.
It's crazy because I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's dead, but then they introduce this whole new
Just
theory.
kidding. And then the real Abby might be alive, and you're like, what? Wait,
That totally took me by surprise.
Yes. And then we jump over to something that we'll circle back in the episode. But first we have Flynn at the bar with some hooker girl who leaves mysteriously. We learn why later. But yeah, his PTSD's kind of back a little bit. Don't get him drunk.
Yeah,
Right?
clearly.
I'm like, no. And
And
then
we see those scars.
Yes. And I thought it was a flashback to how he met Abby, but not exactly. I'm like, yeah. But, so wait, was that a flashback?
It was a flashback. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I felt it was so weirdly put in there that I was like, flashback. Wait, maybe not.
So you know what was weird? It was like her introduction to him was weird to
Yeah.
me. Because it almost, what she said to him about the game was almost like really familiar.
It was. And
So
then,
I kind of was like, oh, maybe they'd already been dating, and then the
Yeah.
hooker lady was like just there
Yeah.
as just flirting with him, and he was kind of not paying her any attention.
Yeah.
And then I saw her run out of the bar.
I thought he went to the bar because he was drunk and depressed after Abby being dead, to his knowledge.
No, so that it was
That's
like,
what I first
remember
thought.
it's so
Yeah.
in the flashback it said, I think it said Baltimore 2010.
Oh, I
so
missed that one on
it went
that part.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
how I knew it was a flashback. But I was still kind of like, in my head when I saw her run out of the bathroom like that, like it automatically clicked. Like I intuitively knew something was odd.
Yeah, I was like, why is she sniffling? And then we'll just jump ahead to that. I'm like, I wrote teeth, and I'm like,
Oh my God!
shove her
like,
face in that sink.
First off, can I just
Crimson
tell you
Peak,
that is
similar
like
thing too.
one of my big, like, I have a big, like, terrifying fear that something like that will happen to my teeth. And I know they can be fixed, but it's just like the horror that you would feel. It's like, she slammed her mouth against the porcelain. That's
She's lucky she's alive. Yeah. Anyway, and then it just jumps to Emma, which she's another one. I've heard Emma and M.
Yeah, I'm like,
They're
I need
inconsistent.
you to pick a nickname for her or whatever
We'll
you're
just
gonna
say
call
M.
her.
And she left to go play piano, and I'm like,
How'd she get there?
I don't believe you, girl.
Okay, so listen, where is she in school? That's my question. Because I'm like, I used to live in DC.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how she got to DC.
Yeah.
She was in.
She doesn't have a car.
It's like
Bus?
driving from maybe North Hollywood to, I don't know, like El Segundo.
So
That's
it's
the
far.
sort of distance. It's far. So I'm like,
Maybe she took a bus. I don't think she's coordinated. Well, maybe she took a
y'all
bus.
tried it with that, but
I don't know.
that was interesting to me.
And then he
She
says,
says she went to see Abby.
you're like, Then I'm just like, yeah, you're wrong. That isn't her. And then when he's talking about the dead body, and then I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
who is she talking to? And then that I was with her yesterday. 3 exclamation points.
That
It's
was
like,
crazy.
say what? Then I was super suspicious. And then Spotify, knew Spotify wasn't trustworthy.
You know what,
which
though? But
major
I
ad plug
feel
for
like
Spotify.
You called that out in a previous episode? When
I
that
thought McCarthy
happened?
was doing stuff with Spotify, but
Gotcha.
apparently, well, this is indirectly. It's a hunter using Spotify.
Because I didn't realize it was a Spotify playlist. I saw something that looked like some type of like list, but I couldn't tell
Yeah.
what it was, and I think you called it and said it was Spotify.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite how we thought, but it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that she hid it from him, because remember we kind of saw it and then she like hid it.
Yeah.
She cleared the screen, but whatever. Yeah, it's like, okay, so that's how Abby found M to meet her. And I wrote super suspicious, because then I'm like, wait, do you even know it's her? And then we jump back to Regan, the tech, and Doctor. I wrote it down. Our director, Agent Jackson, because the guy makes a joke later.
You know what's so funny? I've never been able to, like, I never knew his name.
I know, me neither. I just made sure to write it down because I'm like, oh, they said it. And then he's like, aren't the Jacksons like musicians or sports people?
What?
That was super random too. You're like, okay. So yeah, they're analyzing the baby, the mama sounds. Mm-hmm. Poor Regan is freaking out. Oh, and that symbol.
Again.
Still don't trust it.
But she says, I noticed that she said that they repeated it over and over. So I'm like, what does that mean?
Oh, it's a good question. And yeah, she was ready to finally kill McCarthy. I don't know. I think she's ready to screw him and then kill him. We'll see. But like, yeah, we'll
It's
believe
coming.
it when we see it, Regan. We'll see it.
It's coming.
Yeah. And
Who
then
was noticeably absent this episode, actually.
McCarthy? Oh, yeah. They just talked about him. Yeah, this episode kind of jumped between characters so much that my notes
Yeah.
are like... then we have Flynn following the Abby... I wrote clone. And it's like, oh, false lead. Just some other pretty blonde.
I know.
And he had his gun out. He hopped out of the car. It's like in his hand. I'm like, whoa, tuck that away before you go out in public.
I always notice little things like that. Like, oh, was he just parked right there? Like,
Yeah, he's just sitting in his car like, nobody's going to notice me.
that's
What's up,
how I
guys?
felt.
Like, actually, it would have been funny if he had his seat, like, tipped back all the way, and he's just like this over the console.
Like, no dark glasses, no nothing. It was just
Yeah,
like, I'm just sitting
whatever.
here.
But then, oh yeah, and then when he sees the other woman, which he from afar he thinks is Abby, he was so not subtle when he followed her.
At all. Like,
You were the worst.
in no way, shape,
worst.
or form.
Oh, so he like peeks around the corner. What's up?
She looked so different. And I guess maybe because I only really saw her in one episode, she looked...
Well, the hair up,
And the makeup, I
dark
guess.
makeup, because they showed her before as very sweet and wholesome.
Yeah.
And this was more like femme fatale. So
Yeah.
it did make her. Me too. I'm like, I actually don't remember what she looks
Exactly.
like.
I was like,
But maybe that's the point.
that's her? Okay.
I think that's kind of the point. Oh yeah, and then he's sending the cell phone pics to the base, the IMF car, Richard Seraphin. Mm-hmm. That was what we'll get into him too. He's a big part. And then we get Regan's flashback with the chair, and her self-medicating. Or no, at that point it wasn't self-medicating. That was them doing it to her as a thing, and she got all like moody, like nothing works. I've tried sex, lots of sex. Like, okay,
I
Regan.
don't enjoy moody Regan. I really
I don't. But I did like her acting in that scene. Because she shoved him and then was like,
It was just...
I don't like moody
know.
Regan
It's just
either.
so emo. I don't
yeah,
like it.
a little too much. And then, but when she was doing that, she had the weird skin on her shoulder.
I noticed.
And it was like it was growing.
Her eczema was back.
Extreme eczema. So yeah, then in the present day, she straps herself in, but it's a bad plan. Bad plan.
Well, it's like she's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. You know what I mean? Like
she's all shaky and then gets shot. By a human too.
She's been a hazard since she's been since
true.
episode 1 actually. Whether she was in the chair or not.
Yeah.
Like first episode she was down on the floor being attacked. So like in every episode she kind of fails.
Yeah, she kind of.
Did you think about it?
When she got shot, I thought it was one of the special guns, but it was humans in the car. Did you think it was an abnormal gun or was it just a regular one? She just happened to get shot.
I couldn't tell. I was so disappointed in her.
That was pretty weak.
Girl, like you just got there.
It was bad.
Like she just literally walked on the scene, opened the door, boom, down.
She was pretty pathetic. She didn't go.
I was like, oh my God, you need to be behind the desk today.
Yeah. You should have called in sick.
Exactly.
And then we get the woman who's like, I am your wife. All right. And then Abby and Flynn. I'm as real as she was. So I'm like, that was an interesting statement. And then I was wondering how long... Oh, then we get to the montage. Mm-hmm. How long do you think she was in that container? Because it looked like she was, like, learning piano.
It's so... Okay, so if she is to be believed, and she was with Carol for 6 years.
Yeah, since 2010.
So she had to have been at least a month or so. Like, because she learned so much.
Yeah.
In that short period of time, but
So then who's this Abby or person? We don't even know if that woman's name is Abby that she killed and essentially replaced.
So let's go back though. Like, so
right, I know. I'm like,
So the people who have holes in their back,
yes,
are they hunters?
No, they're generally human druggies, and that's how the hunters got their highs.
So she was the girl, the real Abby, was essentially a druggie.
Yeah. Per the track record, track. Anyway, tracks. Where's my snare drum? But yeah, so far in the show, anybody who has the spinal thing has been a druggie, and that's how the hunters get high. But this woman, the way it's been portrayed is that since 2010, she has been his Abby. So he's only known her.
Yep.
Which I do kind of believe it is her. But then I'm curious who this woman was that she essentially replaces. She essentially stole that woman's identity.
The druggie.
Yeah. And then is that storage container that woman's stuff? The druggie stuff.
You know what I was wondering at that point as we were watching those flashbacks? Did she wear the earpiece to protect her ears?
Probably. It's a good question.
Because
her hearing never seemed really off.
You know what's so funny though? Why is Regan not impacted by sound like that? Why was she so impacted by the gunshot later?
The gunshot was right by her ear.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was.
I felt that was the thing. Like in their fight, that's the only way that she really. It was pretty much like the right by the ear, and even if you're human.
Like I know we jumped ahead a little bit with that, but I just the whole hearing aid thing. I can't.
Or maybe
quite
it was a
figure
play.
that out.
Maybe just like undercover. You know, it's just something.
Maybe it was something
they
to
might
kind
have
of
not
make
done
her
anything.
seem a little more defenseless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just part of her costume. Haha.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Then I said the montage lotion, big old bucket of lotion. Now see, that's a whole different kind of lotion. That was like
no, that's not the
jelly.
kind of lotion that you guys have in your cabinet.
That's not what I have. No, that's like. I mean, yes, I have tall bottles of lotion, but not like that's like.
This looked like really
thick stuff.
Putty. Putty's a good word for that.
Then we get the bathroom, the teeth thing, and when did the old Abby, like what happened? But whatever. So her code name is Erica. Jumping back to we got our Seraphim.
Erica's pretty fierce though.
Yeah, and the Colombian drug money suitcase. Interrogating Richard. We'll come back to him because I'm like, then jump there and then they came back. Fight! I do, guys, if you don't watch this in subtitles, it's sometimes really funny because it said on subtitles for that, it said grunting throughout when they fought.
Lazy.
I just thought that was like when they did I think it was the Republican debate. They just said inaudible yelling. It said like, it was something like you can't understand.
The transcriber was like, I'm not doing
it. Peace out, I'm done. No. Yeah, gunshot in the ear. So then I was like, definitely a hunter. If we had any doubt, that was the last. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the flashback with the punching bag, scaly arm.
Mm-hmm.
Just wear long sleeves. I like he doesn't even notice. And then, yeah, which we learn, but if she's planted, why him? But we get to that.
Yeah.
Should we just we'll just go to that.
Okay,
And
because
then- Sure.
I felt like it answered a question, but it didn't answer the question.
Yeah. She just said you lived when you shouldn't have.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, is that it?
I know, I'm like-
that's all we get.
But it wasn't very specific. Why me? Why me? Why me?
Yeah, but
Because-
it was.
I know, that's so vague. You're like,
I was like, we are on the precipice of greatness right now. Please tell us what it is. And then she's just like, that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Why him? I think there's more to it.
I definitely think there's more to it. I just want to know why, because he even goes into the story.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later.
I know, it's like fighting. I do think she really likes him though. Which we
See,
kind of get to that,
okay.
but in the flashback, that's when I kind of thought so. And then
What made you think that in the flashback?
When she hugged him after he's like, it's your guns or whatever. She's like, no, really, I could punch you so much
Yeah.
more. I don't know. I was kind of getting the vibe that I'm like, maybe she actually really digs him. But because we've learned the hunters can like humans.
Yeah. I mean, we
Do
saw
we know
that
if
with
hunter humans can make babies together? They can have sex together, obviously, but
I don't know. That's a good
we
question.
don't know the. They said the hunter baby with the Romanian. There we go. That was the language. That was a thing.
Yeah.
They thought it could have been a hybrid. So, but we don't know specifics. Their anatomy works. Or the human and alien anatomy works together, but the question is, does it?
I just thought about something else that happened later in the episode that just made me cringe.
Oh.
You already know what it is. We talked about it before, but it's just
Okay. We'll hold on to it. Okay. Oh, yeah, because he says Afghanistan, the surprise attack, the rocks, he's in the pit, and he gets pulled out one by one, but he conveniently doesn't remember what happened.
See, that's what I'm saying. Something in that blackout period is the reason why
Yes.
they have
100%.
Exactly. So I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
And when do we find out?
Yeah. Okay, the other reason I think actually does like him, because I was like, why is she crying? Because I think she does like him.
See, I was
And then we get to
suspicious.
that. We get to a line. I wanted you more. I was like, that's almost romantic. Because they wanted her to leave. Because, yeah.
I was rolling my eyes because I'm like, I don't know whether to believe her. Because at that point, I didn't know if she was, because he stupidly, in my opinion, put down the gun after he cut her arm.
Oh, yeah, let me get a towel
Thankfully,
for
he
you.
didn't cut her palm because we know how.
Oh, yeah, we
hate that.
agreed. Thank you for doing the arm. It's a good spot.
and not the palm.
Yep.
So when
And low enough that you could tie that little hand towel around
exactly, so I'm like, when he did that, I saw him put the gun down, and I'm like,
it.
really?
Oh, hold up. Nope. Go get it. Nope. Yeah.
So I have expected her to grab the gun
But
and
she
like
didn't.
overpower him, and she didn't. So you might be right.
Yeah, because I like when he's like, well, why didn't you tell me? I like, he was such a little baby. He's like, why didn't you tell me the other hunters did it? Right? He was like, peace. And she's like, well, I was trying to protect you. And then you're like, and then he asked about Kevin, because we were wondering about that,
Yes.
the cheating. But no, because she was stealing info and giving it to McCarthy. And Kevin just got suspicious. And so McCarthy killed him. Bummer.
So listen.
But I think that is true. I don't think she killed him.
My question is this.
Yeah.
She said that, or he said, one of them said that it was two of them that left
Yes.
that whole incident
Survived
with
the
him.
thing. Yeah.
Who was the other person? Was that Kevin?
That I was unclear because I didn't know if Kevin was his partner in the military or from something else.
Yeah, I was
Like
unclear about
FBI.
that as well. So
I
I was
don't-
like,
I don't
okay,
know
so
100%.
why were they able to kill Kevin and not him?
Oh no, I think if Kevin was that person, he survived that initial thing.
Right.
But they just killed him later because he got too close to the truth. Maybe. Do you guys think it's Kevin or is there some other partner? I don't know. I feel that was a little unclear.
What if Kevin wasn't a hunter?
No, I don't think Kevin was a hunter.
I feel like there's some backstory with Kevin, and I feel like we're gonna see it soon.
Oh, that's a good prediction,
they keep
kind of
bringing
something.
him up, and I feel like
True.
we've never this mysterious character that we've never seen, but it has had such an impact on the story.
Yeah.
I'm clueless and curious.
I'm just gonna say you're clueless. Curious, yes. Well, he conveniently blacked out, so I think maybe later they're gonna reveal everything that happened, and that's when we'll know about Kevin. All right, yes. McCarthy killed him because he was too suspicious. I wanted you more. Yeah, I was like, it's almost romantic, except you're crazy. So she's gone native, but I think that's why McCarthy took her, because she was too comfy. It's like she went undercover, and they're like, you got too comfy, so they were pulling her out. She didn't want to leave. So that's interesting that she found love. Yeah, that's true. Then we get to see the feelers, which I thought that was interesting, because that word can work both ways. Because literally, to learn information, you feel them.
Right.
And then they're like feelers, like a bug getting information. Which they're more like that, because they go out to get information and come back.
And they have those little things that open up in their chest.
Those things are so gross.
Those, to me, are the real feelers.
Yeah. So they're servants for the brothers. That was interesting to learn, too. Mm-hmm. I like the random line, walls don't stop the language. Walls don't stop our language, so good to know. You can't do a secret about them.
Yeah.
No. So Seraphim.
Wait.
What
do you think that randomly, because we know that she shot her, or he shot her, or something happened, she got shot?
She shot
him. Do we think
that
is she still alive?
Oh yeah.
She said she was gonna live, but I couldn't tell because
it's probably one of those, in their anatomy, it won't kill them. Like maybe they have two hearts or something like that.
I think it's one of those things where like she was shot, and then the next episode she'll be alive somewhere.
Yeah, no. I don't think she's dead.
We know exactly how they do that.
Yeah, no, she'll come back. Yeah, I don't think she's dead.
Yeah, well, I guess sometimes I feel like they never explain how they get back up after that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with how they left us hanging with the hunter in the forest. And then next week they were back at CTU. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be like that. Yeah. Next thing you know, she's going to be walking around DC.
Yes, yeah. So let's talk about Seraphim's interrogation. I'm just laughing because I love the part where they drug his coffee.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming.
At all.
And the photos, and he doesn't know that she's an alien?
I was just like...
he's like, what? What? So
by any means necessary.
Yeah. But, all things considered, that's not the worst thing you could do to someone. It's not like they tortured him. They just gave him a hallucinogenic. Darn.
That's not bad.
No. But they didn't beat him up.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah. Well, our director Jackson is not into violence of interrogation because he doesn't think it's going to work. So just make them say it for you.
There are other ways.
Oh, and then how do you cover up that? Well, I just love that they let him loose, and he's like, I've had sex with a crazy, or I've had sex with an alien hunter thing, and you're just I'm laughing. It's like Men in Black. It's just like, oh no, just stop talking. Nobody's gonna believe you. They're just gonna think you're crazy.
It is amazing to me that they are able to kind of keep this whole thing a secret. Like no one else knows about this whole alien, like...
That's true. Do we think any humans are suspicious? Do you guys think any humans out there are suspicious or know something? I feel somebody has to have noticed something. Either by accident, they saw them do something a little superhuman, or...
Yeah, it's just so hard for me to believe that nobody else knows this.
Really? Yeah, I think somebody does. Okay, then we get back to Regan. She's kind of having a mental breakdown. Girl, get your shit together.
Like, really? Like...
Yeah, it's like, girl. Yeah.
She's just frustrated me this episode.
She was very whiny. I like her, but I'm like...
Yeah, some episodes she's... I don't know.
Yeah, but I did like this one of her talking with the director of how he's like, I treat you like, all right, one of my own. Like, he started to say it, and he's like, So I was like, oh, he's kind of father figure. But then she pulls a curveball. She's not having
it at all. You don't invite me to church.
She made a good point, though.
She did. Absolutely good point.
But a really bad counter, he's like, well, I didn't know you'd want to go. And I'm like, that's kind of weak. You still could have asked her, be like, I don't know if you want to go.
Like, you have a friend that says, oh, well, you never invite me out. And you're like, well, I mean, I didn't know that you want to go.
It's such a weak cover-up. I do think that's a really good point. That because on the previous episode... Before, oh. Did you mean it?
No, it's weak.
It's kind of weak. I've done it in terms of if I thought people were too busy, like they appear to be really busy, then maybe I haven't.
Yeah, but I mean,
but at least sometimes. But I've thrown. Okay, confession. I have thrown out invitations to people, kind of expecting them not to go, but you are being polite and asking.
I've done that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they come. It'd be great, but I'm not expecting them to.
Nah, they're probably not going to go. Yeah, I've done that before.
But I appreciate it too. I know sometimes I can't go, but I'm like,
I do appreciate the invite, even if they know I can't go.
So is that bad, guys? Because you appreciate it when it's done to you, so it's not so bad when you do it to other people.
So I can see it both ways.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe. But yeah, I like her line. This episode had a lot of good one-liners. Like I was writing down the whole quote. I'm like, that's a good one. You've got your faith to soothe you. I got a machine. I like that. I've got a machine. Yeah.
There we go.
That was smart. And then we got back to Flynn, lying to M again. Just trying to convince her it's not the same Abby.
That's
which
so
is weird.
Interesting. Like, how do you rationalize that? Like, you can't tell me that I just didn't see somebody that I know I saw.
But that's not her. And then especially because M's a special case, it's like, how do you convince a person like that? Like, yeah, no, it's her, but not really her. And then she's like...
She sent me a Spotify list.
Yeah.
And then
actually,
I went and met
she
her.
might easily be dissuaded than somebody else who... I'm like, I wanted to say normal person. I'm like, oh, that's so politically incorrect. But...
someone without her condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we would try to rationalize it so much. And then her, she'd just be like...
You're not going to
She
tell me
would
that I
rationalize
didn't.
it, but still, yeah.
It's like you saying Katarina's here. And then I'm like, no, she's not.
Yeah. Like, she's invisible.
I know she's not here.
Yeah. Then we go over the 7, but no, wait, it's 5 stages of grief.
That debate was so interesting to me.
That was really
like, I was like, what?
Well, you know what's really interesting is I recently saw this Indian film called Waiting, and they only have 4 stages of grief they talk about in that film. They don't do bargaining. And so then I wondered if it's a cultural thing of, you know, different regions have different forms of it. Because they still had the denial, anger, depression, and then acceptance. They didn't do bargaining.
Interesting.
So I thought that was interesting. So for you guys, what do you think? Were you used to the 5 stages of grief, or are there 4, 7? What other ones
Tell
are there?
us.
Yeah, let us know. Comment on YouTube. We're just kind of curious because it is an interesting.
Yeah, because they kind of went back and forth about it.
I think it's interesting. I mean, bargaining. It's interesting because, I mean. Bargaining is interesting because then I was discussing this with a friend of like, so what is this like to a higher power of the universe? Like, hey, if I do this, you'll make this happen. Because I don't feel everybody necessarily does that. Because I don't feel Flynn's gonna be like, all right, bring me back my Abby and I'll be a perfect person. It's like,
yeah,
no.
I don't know. I think that's kind of like an optional.
I feel that's optional. It's like
it's in the notes section.
Yeah, it has an asterisk, like not necessarily applicable to everybody.
Exactly.
Because denial, anger, depression, acceptance. I'm like, okay, I get that.
I can definitely
sense.
get with those, and I feel like you'll probably spend more stage in one of the like the depression or the anger than the other two.
Because bargaining too is if you are a rational, logical person, you know there's no point.
Exactly.
So it's like, then why? Why would you do
This
that?
is the whole reason for the depression and anger.
Exactly, because there is no bargaining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh well. And then the episode wraps up
I thought
with
that
a
was
weird accent guy. Or I wrote weird guy with accent.
Oh my God, I almost forgot about this. So I'm like, where did he come from? Who
Totally
are
random.
you?
And then, where is he that he has this accent? Because is he here? Is he there somewhere else?
So is he over McCarthy? That's what I was kind of wondering. Like,
think
is
so.
he the big bad, or is there another big bad over top of this big bad?
Well, are there 4 main brothers, right? Brothers, as they talk about it?
So the 2 feelers, they're brothers. Is that correct?
The way they referred to it is they're servants for the brothers. And they're looking for brother number 4 or something like that. So maybe he's one of the brothers, but McCarthy works
Interesting.
under them. So I'd say the brothers are maybe the top, and then McCarthy's maybe under them or one more.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
We don't. Well, it is definitely one of those. They just threw this guy out there and like no information.
It was like okay. I thought the episode was over.
Yeah. But then we learn more about how the feelers work because he's like, so gross.
Disgusting.
Those like.
Like, couldn't we think of something else to do? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm all for everything disgusting, even seeing the teeth in
That was good.
the faucet. But
That was so subtle too. It's just like you don't even see it. You just see a head hit, head hit,
It was-
and teeth in sync, your brain goes boom.
It
I've
was
done it.
enough
Yep.
of an impact. But yeah, to see them. You see what I did there? It was enough to see their hand,
Yes.
like the things open up. Like, it's just disgusting to me. Like, you couldn't just have said that.
Yeah. But then all he sees, when we kind of see the way Regan sees of that kind of positive negative image.
Yeah.
And then we see Erica Abby. I know, should we start calling her Erica Abby? Because I'm like, she's not really Abby. But then it's been the Abby we've always known has always been this lady.
I feel like she's still Abby to me.
Yeah.
Or is
Oh,
she?
that's almost romantic too. Yeah. But she's coughing blood, but she's still alive.
Yeah, so that's why I was asking earlier, like, okay, what's going to happen there
Yeah.
with her? Like, I feel like the next time we see her, she's just going to be in a different location.
Yeah, and I love she goes, shoot me, and that gives you a getaway. So what? The feelers don't know where she is, so she shoots off a gun. They now know where she is. And then Flynn's able to just...
Also, where did he go?
I know, I'm like...
Did he jump
you
out the
would
window?
have... I know, it's like you would have walked right by them.
Exactly. How?
Whatever.
Okay.
I know, that was one where I'm like,
There was probably
right.
a trap door.
in the floor. Or the ceiling. In the
Yep.
attic. Pull down.
There you go.
Yes.
Because all hotels have those.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust those weird alien things. So the question is, are they servants by choice, or are they more like slaves? Or do they just kind of recognize the other aliens as a higher being and, be
feelers?
like servant? Yeah, the feelers.
I feel like they're kind of like, I don't want to say bodyguards, but like maybe like enforcers or like.
True, so it's more like a job rather than like internment.
That's how I feel about
Yeah.
it.
That's
Or
good.
at least that's how I see them.
Sure, I can see that. Because they are muscle,
Yeah.
in a way. Have we seen them fight specifically?
We haven't seen them. No,
They
we've
were the
seen them
ones-
jump into
Yes.
trees.
And
That's
we
about
saw
it.
them at Regan's house.
But we didn't see what they can do,
Yeah.
which is what I'm
What do we
waiting
think
for.
they can do?
I don't know. Listen, they probably open up their chest and like something comes out, like
Or they could eat you.
because we still don't know what happened to Regan's parents. So there's still that
Mm.
mystery.
So we get into predictions.
Yes.
All right. Ready for predictions?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I know, right? It's like, oh no! Now that we have Abby Erica back, do we think Flynn's gonna hook back up with her? Can he get over it?
I think he's absolutely gonna hook up with her at some point.
Because now our prediction that Regan and Flynn is going down the drain. Because when she was totally out of the picture, I was like, oh yes, they're gonna hook up.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, no.
See, they threw a monkey wrench in this
Yes.
episode with bringing her back.
Yeah.
Which is, I didn't think that they would do that.
Yep.
So now it's messed up all of my love triangles that I've had planned in my
Right?
head.
Ooh, wait. If that's Erica, did Erica have sex with McCarthy?
Probably.
Because I believe,
So
but then Erica is Abby,
my
so
love
now it's
triangle
like,
is still intact,
yes.
technically.
Yeah, because now I wondered that of like, then who is the blonde in the shower? Because it wouldn't have been, not necessarily the other girl, because she might have been already dead.
She had to be dead.
Abby number 1. So Abby number 2, I could believe she would screw McCarthy because she's a hunter the whole time. Then I'm like, well, maybe. But then again, she's
Which
so
Abby
loyal.
was in the cage?
Number 2. Because he's pissed that she went native. She became too attached to the humans.
Okay.
But
Boom.
I don't think
Got
McCarthy
it.
killed her.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't talk. Sorry, I know we're in predictions, but we did not talk about dragging naked Abby through the storage unit. Remember
Oh my
that?
God, it was so crude.
That was so like, oh, that's a naked butt and body, just like dragging her on the ground.
And then
like,
she like lifts her by her hair
Ah!
and then just like shoves her down. I was like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
this
me
is some
too.
Kill Bill type stuff.
yeah, I'm like, I know she's dead, but damn, can we have some dignity for the body, please?
I mean, she slams
Sheesh.
her in that.
Yeah, she's like, get rid of. It's the trash. She was taking out the trash. Oh,
It was horrible. Horrible.
So,
Think
yes,
what
back
other
to
predictions?
predictions.
I think that next week we're going to see McCarthy because
yes,
I
he
feel
can't
like
be gone that long.
they need to spice it up again with him.
Yeah.
And he does spice it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think also too, Regan's gonna fail at another mission because that's what she's really good at each episode.
Every time.
But I do think that next episode we're gonna see Carol and Erica / Abby hook up again, like meet up again in some way, shape, or form. I feel like we're gonna see that.
Long-term prediction. I feel Flynn and Erica Abby, could hook up, but he's gonna have to learn to love the new version because he has to kind of feel that the old one, even though it is the same person, but that relationship, but that life is gone kind of now, you know, and now knowing she's an alien, that you can't have that same little perfect bubble.
But you know what though? I feel
Stepford
like
wifey bubble.
because what I noticed is that she was so easily able to impact him.
Yes.
Like just by her like emotions, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like,
he's like, are you gonna cry?
it's gonna happen.
No, they'll hook up, but I feel he has to come to learn to love the new version essentially, or look at her in a new way. He has to like re-fall in love with her, I think, or he's just gonna have pity sex because he'll be sad and be like, you're close enough. Close enough. I'll take it.
I think he's gonna do that.
Yeah. I feel Regan's gonna mess it up again. Oh, hopefully the next episode she'll mess it up, snap out of it. So that after that, the following, so that would be episode 7. Maybe in 7 she'll finally be like, "Damn, I'm sorry for fucking." Excuse me. Sorry for messing up, guys.
Is she? I feel like she's never sorry.
But I know, but I hope she just kind of snaps out of it and finds a better purpose, better drive.
What I definitely want to see next week, though, is more of this mysterious guy.
Yes.
Bad guy. I want to see a lot more of that.
Next week. Yeah.
Really want to see a lot more of that. And then I want to see exactly what the feelers can do, because I'm kind of in the dark about that.
Yeah. I would like to see the feelers do something, some sort of fight. Guy with an accent at the end, the mysterious man. I hope we see more, because I hope they don't just like drop it and then come back to it like 3 episodes later and be like.
And I actually am intrigued by this Erica Abby. A lot more so than the original Abby.
She's more interesting. Oh, sorry, Abby.
A lot more interesting.
Yeah.
But I also, as they were fighting, I was like, oh my God, are we gonna see an Erica Regan like face off at some point? I feel like we should. They always have to do like, you know,
be
a
Hunter
cat
fight. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, now that you said it that way, I do think Flynn has to re-fall in love with her in a new way, now knowing she's the alien, because then she won't be faking some stuff as much.
Oh, yeah.
Because now she could be like, okay, this is what my real personality is. Because remember, she was trying the clothes on, and she was like, nope.
Right.
So I think she was toning it down of who she was.
Yeah.
So now he has to learn who this new version is.
Oh, that's such a metaphor for real life, though.
Yeah. But, oh well. I think that's kind of it. Anything else we're thinking?
I can't think of anything else that I could predict.
I think it's weird that they drop Seraphim in and that's it. That maybe something else with the IMF. Yep. IMF. Something has to come back with that.
You know what? They also tied in.
Global asset management. I'm like, I feel that's a hint of something to come.
They also talked about something else from a prior episode where they mentioned that Abby was connected to the Mexican cartel or the South American cartel, something like that, something to that effect.
She was, because she was telling McCarthy information about drug stuff.
That's what it was. Okay.
So
I kept, because you know, I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to tie them going into the jungle that time. Like, how did that fit into this whole world?
Yeah,
like,
no, that was another.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have to go back and read the synopses online.
There we go. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps us up of this episode. Talking about episode 5, Her Body in My Soul.
Fitting title.
It was a very good title. I was like, I like that one. So why don't you tell our lovely viewers where to find your lovely self?
You guys can stalk me at DJ Richie Skye on Instagram and Twitter, and you can also catch me on All Digital Radio on my show Richie on the Rocks.
Ooh, and let them know what other after shows you do.
Oh, I also recap Chasing Destiny on BET. That's on Wednesdays at, I think, 5 p.m. And then I do Real Housewives of Dallas, which is at 9 p.m. coming right up.
Woo, how excited.
I know.
All right, and guys, I'm your lead host, Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And you can find me also on the Night Manager After Show, which is Tuesday nights at 11. Later tonight is the first of Houdini and Doyle, also at 11. And Vikings. We are starting at Vikings After Show, and that's going to be on Wednesday at 9. Check back, we'll let you know. And then Katarina will hopefully be back with us for next week. Hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure to give us thumbs up, 5 stars, share it, exactly, Twitter, hashtag it, comments down below. We love reading your comments. And
predictions.
Yes, predictions. Unless you've read the book, then no cheating.
Then don't tell us.
Yeah, don't cheat. Yeah, I think that about wraps us up. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.